Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Linda Dwi Avianti, a biology student of the State Islamic University of Maulana Malik Ibrahim. My goal is to make this video to complete the final project of the History of Islamic Civilization course. Number 1. Education. Illiteracy eradication. Arab society is known as an illiterate society. He saw Jews teaching children to read and write. The Prophet went then interest and under 10 of his companions to study with the Jews. Among the 10 companions were Zaid bin Sabit, Mansur bin Amr, Ubay bin Ka'ab, and 7 other companions. What the Prophet did was great despite of the knowledge. Anyone can learn, even from followers of other religions. And then scientific spirit. Friends who have problem or question about something can directly ask the Prophet. On the other hand, the Messenger of Allah could directly monitor the activities of his companions and could provide input and advise them if they made a mistake. And then tolerance between religions. Prophet Muhammad SAW began to lay the foundation of interreligious social life. His tolerance with followers of other religions includes helping each other in facing common enemies, defending those who are persecuted, and respecting religious freedom. Economy. Elimination of usury is also correlated with the poverty alleviation effort. In addition to the abolition of usury, Islam is also very concerned about manipulative practices. The overcome this and so that the asset don't reside on one side, then the obligation of zakat is imposed, which contains of zakat mal and zakat fitrah. The relevance of today's Muslim life tend to be left behind the development of science. Muslims must respect universal humanity, but the fact is that in Islam it's very easy to disbelieve. Narrowing diversity and religious life. In addition, there must also be an appreciation of the truth in many ways because Muslims are the people who are the luckiest with the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad. Number 2. The Prophet built a mosque for worship, not only praying but also for other worship activities, such as missionary and devout activities and religious teaching, deliberation on the affair of the people, and so on. The first mosque built by the Prophet Muhammad in Medina is the Nabawi Mosque, and then spreading the religion of Islam. He confined and taught the religion of Islam to mankind. The teaching activity was carried out by the Prophet and his companions. This activity is centered in mosques and the people's homes. And then development of the social business sector carried out by the Prophet in building a society and the social fight. Among other condition marriage between the Muhajirin and the Ansar, doing justice and not discrimination against one's social status. And then the development of the economic sector. The Prophet Muhammad SAW conduct an exchange of knowledge and expertise of the residents. For example, the Muhajirin had trading skills while the Ansar had the skills to grow crops. So they exchanged knowledge and worked together in carry out the work. And then development of defines. The Prophet made an agreement between the Muslim and the Jews. The contents of the agreement, among others, have the common right practice their respective religion and mutual respect between them and obligation to help fight anyone who fight them. Number 3, the Medina Charter is document compiled by the Prophet Muhammad, a formal agreement between the Prophet and all the tribes and peoples in Medina. The contents of the Medina Charter, among others, stipulate of the existence of freedom of religion, freedom of expression, concerning the safety of the property and the prohibition of people from committing crimes. The document was complied as clearly as possible the main aim of stopping the first conflict between the Bani Aus and the Bani Hasraj in Medina. It established a number of rights and obligations for Muslims, Jews, and communities in Medina, thus making them into a unified community. The relevance of the Medina Charter in today's life. The Medina Charter has become an excellent resource for building a nation-state. On the one hand, guaranteeing diversity among citizens, but also on the other hand, guaranteeing religious freedom. Number 4, the heyday of Islam is period in which Islam experienced rapid development in various fields, which occurred in 625 to 1250. This period is called the Classical period. Evidence of Islam civilization at its heyday is the expansion of Islamic territory and the establishment of building a center of Islamic missionary endeavor, as well as science, art, and architecture growing rapidly. Factors that caused the decline of Islamic civilization, namely, Muslims are far from the Book of Allah, Al-Quranul Karim, and As-Sunnah. Many Muslim leaders carry out dirty politics or imposing their will, and then consider himself better, so he refuses to interact with other groups. And then, how to awaken Islamic civilization, namely, return to the true teaching of Islam and avoid the fine and misguided lesson. And then, increase the unity of Muslims and improve quality education. Number 5, the purpose of studying Islamic civilization is to love and feel proud of the work of past Muslims, and then to think chronologically, to learn the good and leave the bad. The attitude we must take in responding to difference of opinion in the history of Islamic civilization is that with difference it is better for humans to know each other and understand difference, while besides don't forget to learn from each other.